What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to 2 weeks in a row of Gran Turismo's weekly challenges, March week 4, 2025. Welcome back. We're here. We're going to check out these challenges for this week, see how it's looking, and then we'll hop in and we'll do some racing and give our thoughts on these races. Thanks for joining me. Hit the like and subscribe, and also check out the Dumb Guys Do Racing podcast. New episodes drop every Monday. Check it out wherever you get your podcast. If you like sim racing and Gran Turismo, you're not going to want to miss it. We got some great guests coming up, so check it out. All right, so this week we got the Japanese FF Challenge 450 at the high speed ring. We got the Gran Turismo European Sunday Cup 500. Starting off a little, get warmed up. Those are warm-up races, those two. Because then you get into Kyoto Driving Park, Yamagawa circuit, and that is the Vision Gran Turismo trophy. So that'll be fun, picking one of those cars. And then we got a special event, Trial Mountain Circuit Reverse. It's going to be rough. In the Viper, one make Viper, limited time online event only. So that's what I like about the weekly challenges as well. You get these special events like this. So it's a Viper, one make. So let's do that. And then we just had the round 3 of the Manufacturers Cup at Autotopolis. And if you haven't checked that race out already, we went live. So go back and watch that race because your boy did pretty good. And a thing happened on lap 9, got a little hip check, and came back and did pretty good. You want to see how well I did? Go check out the video. So it was great. Just fast forward, go to the race, and check it out. Definitely worth the watch. So we got Autotopolis, right on, stoked. World Touring Car 900. And you know what those are? Those are Group 2. So that's going to be fun. Can't wait for that. So without further ado, let's jump into these challenges, get them done, and see how it is. And we'll give our rating at the end of the video, what we thought this week was. 1 out of 5. And put your rating down below. Let me know what you rate this week. So let's get into it. All right, so the first race is the Japanese FF Challenge 450 at the high speed ring. And I chose my Civic Type R FL5. Put the Sport Hards on, put some weight on it, and just, warm up, have fun kind of race. So just kind of did that. It was fun with the championship white Integra Type R in the front going across the line, and then there at the end, I messed up just because I wanted to go side by side down the straight, across the line at the end. Yeah, I messed around and found out because I got on it a little too late, and with that extra weight, I was a hair off of getting first place, but it's all good. It was just a fun race. Drive the Civic. I love the Civic Type R FL5. Yeah, fun, good opening race. Just have a good time, get it done and over with, and move on. All right, on to race 2. All right, guys, and for race number 2, we got the European Sunday Cup 500, and we'll be racing 3 laps around Eiger-Nardwand track. Fun race. The scenery is amazing, especially when you're in VR. So I chose the 911 Turbo S. And driving around this track, it's like being on the mountain roads on a sunny Sunday afternoon, just driving around. I had to keep myself from looking around because the mountains look spectacular in this race. This race is all about scenery and just cruising the road. I did get my first place, and it was a good 3 laps. Enjoyed it. Again, VR, the scenery, Jesus, it's amazing. So definitely worth it. Fun little second warm-up race for it. So yeah, fun race, and let's move on to race 3. All right, guys, and for race 3, we had the Vision Gran Turismo Trophy race. 7 laps around Kyoto Driving Park, Yamagawa. 850 pp or less locked in. I went with a down-tuned Hyundai NVGT, and that thing was amazing to drive. And I also turned the lap display off because in car, as you can see, you have your lap, your place, all your info's in the car. It was amazing. So that was a really fun race. 7 laps. There's no tire wear. I was on the medium tires. I tuned the car down to compete. My biggest competitor was the Porsche VGT. That thing is a rocket ship in a straight line, and with the tuned down car, I couldn't keep up a couple times, but yeah, in the end, I was able to get them through the corners and stuff. Yeah, this car was actually really fun to drive. Not a big fan of Hyundai, but their N division cars are pretty spectacular, and this is an all-electric EV car. Yep, I said it, electric, so it's kind of weird. I just hear a little hum, and then when I pass other cars, you can hear those. But phenomenal through the corners, real quick off the line, and when you let off the brake, it like brakes for you because that regenerative braking. So like helps you brake, so you don't have to brake too much. You whip around that corner with all the little fancy little active arrow that it has is pretty cool to watch. All in all, this is the start. So we have this race and then 2 other races. This is where it starts to get good right here, especially 7 laps. That was great. Hard tune of 850 or less. So yeah, first place for that one. Let's move on to race 4. All right, guys, and for race 4, we had the special event Dodge Viper 1-make race. Another 7 laps, this time at Trial Mountain Circuit reverse. I'm horrible going reverse at this track. And man, there are some souped up Vipers in this race. They are fast. I chose the Viper GTS 2013. And boy, 927 horses. This thing was a handful. But you had to do it to keep up with the leaders because they were rocket ships. Fun race. Hitting all the corners, going through the mountain. I hate going through reverse, but all in all, this was a good race. There was no tire wear or anything. But yeah, I was in first on the 6th lap. Hit the right-hander, you go up the hill, and then you're going to make a left and you're going to wind through the mountain. Yeah, I spun it right there and went from first all the way to 6th. And then that was the final lap. I was able to make it back to 3rd. It was a tough one. It was great though. It was great. I'm loving these. I feel like the AI has gotten a little bit better. It's on the hardest setting, but yeah, this was a good time. So race 4. Now, let's head in and check out race 5. All right, guys, in the 5th and final race of this week's weekly challenges is the World Touring Car 900 at Autotopolis, and I love this track. And these are Group 2 cars locked in at a 900 or less PP, 10 times fuel, 10 times tire, 10 laps, 20 cars on track, and you're starting dead last in 20th. So you got to think this through. I had to do this a couple times, guys. Can't just jump in and do this one. This one's a thinker. So I started on the softs in 20th. At the end of lap 4, I pitted. Came in, switched tires, took some fuel, switched to the medium tire, because man, my softs were done. Switched to the medium tire, and by the end of the race, on that last lap, I was creeping up on first. About sector 3 is where I got first place of the last lap. So it's, at first I didn't think I was even going to do it again. I thought I was going to finish in probably like 4th or 5th, but ended up coming out with the win. Got that first place. So yeah, this week has been great. This was a great race. I love Autotopolis. I love Group 2. So anytime you get that combination right there is a win. And then 10 times fuel and 10 times tire, that is challenging right there in itself. So this was great. And it was a great mix of Group 2 cars. I chose the NSX Concept GT. Yeah, you just can't go wrong with this class. You just can't go wrong. All right, let's head back to the main menu and give this week's rating. And that brings this week's weekly challenges video to an end for March week 4, 2025. And I'm going to say this week, it's better than last week. Last week wasn't too bad, but this week, I'm giving it a 5 out of 5. The first two are good, decent warm-ups. You got great scenery with race 2, high-speed ring. I got to drive the FL5 Type R. So those two, you know, quick, easy, get you warmed up. And then you had the Vision race. The Viper race was tough. And then you had the World Touring Car 900 at my favorite track, Autotopolis, in the Group 2s. So yes, this week's getting a 5 out of 5. Put what you rate this week at down in the comments below. Hit the like and subscribe. And don't forget about the Dumb Guys Do Racing podcast. You like Gran Turismo and sim racing? Check it out wherever you get your podcasts. We got some great guests coming up here at the end of the month and going into April, so you're not going to want to miss it. Thanks again for tuning in to another one of these videos, whatever this is. Good old weekly challenges. And thank you again, and we'll see you next week. Peace.